All right, it's
Welcome,
about time.
everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Joni Ogg, and on behalf of TravelProfessionalNews.com, HomeBasedTravelAgent.com, and FindAHostTravelAgency.com, I want to welcome all of you to today's webinar, and I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to be here with us. Now, today's topic is Titanium Tours, Your Friend in Spain, Portugal, and France. And I'm so excited to welcome our speaker, Katarina Hierman, the Global Sales Executive for Titanium Tours. Now, Katarina began her career in the travel industry at the young age of 18 in Germany. This included a very solid and profound training for 3 years. And she decided to continue to study tourism and international business management. And she graduated with a master's degree in Spain. And in between that, she worked for DMCs in Peru, for travel agents specializing in Spain, and all kinds of jobs in the tourism industry. She moved to the United States at the age of 25 for a job in Los Angeles for a DMC that specialized actually in Europeans coming to the US and did that for 7 years before she got a job offer for a Mexican specialist in Querétaro, Mexico. And she fell in love with Mexico. Of course, who can't fall in love with Mexico? And she decided to pack up and move there permanently. Good for her. Katarina has been a travel advisor before, and that is how she met Jesus Repetto, the founder and the CEO of Titanium Tours, who is just a lovely gentleman. She then joined the company and loves representing the best parts of Europe. Now, today, one very lucky attendee is going to win a $50 Amazon gift card. And we're going to be asking a question at the end of the presentation, and we'll pick a winner at that time. So for those of you who've been on our webinars before, you know that you'll be muted during the presentation, but we do welcome your questions at any time. You can just put those questions in the question area that you see on the right-hand panel of your screen. And when the presentation is all over, we'll take as many questions as we can. So I'm going to go ahead without further ado and turn this microphone over to Katarina so we can get started. Welcome.
Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for taking out this precious time to listen to me today. I have to tell about wonderful Titanium Tours. I know we're all super busy, so I even appreciate it more. I promise I will make it interesting, and I want to tell you who we are, what we do, what is the Titanium difference, and why we are your friend in Spain, Portugal, and France, and another new destination, which I'm very happy and excited about to announce today. Just a little introduction to Titanium Tours. We are an award-winning destination specialist. We are very proud. We have been added to the Travel and Leisure A-list of 2024. We received the Travel Age West Wave Award for Best DMC for a second year in a row, which means a lot to us because we know how many countries we have in Europe, and being the best DMC for that is just amazing. Condé Nast Traveler Specialist in 2023, and a good amount of Milan awards that we have since 2022. So you can absolutely trust us with our service. Let's start this beautiful presentation, and I'm always a huge fan of presenting a little bit about me as well, so you get to know me, because you will also work with me. I am Katharina. Everybody calls me Kathy. I'm the Global Sales Executive for Titanium Tours. I started last year. Couldn't be happier. It has been a wonderful journey to watch the team grow, to watch Titanium grow, and to really represent the, to me, most beautiful and best countries in Europe, actually. So a little bit about me. Joni already talked about it. I am originally from Germany, considering myself a California girl after 14 years, but with a Spanish heart. My heart has always been Spanish, mostly Mexican. I love my Mexico. This is where I also live currently. One day I just decided I'm going to give it a try. moved from LA to Mexico, and this is where I'm right now. I've always been very Spanish influenced. We travel to Spain a lot since it is so close. I know all the islands, the mainland, Portugal, France. It's just a beautiful area. So whenever you have a question, let me know about these destinations. I feel like I finally can work in my backyard again with all these destinations, which is amazing. Enough about me. The real troopers is our travel design team, and we work all very, very closely. It is a team, and this teamwork makes the dream work because I wouldn't be anybody without our travel designers and our guest experience team. The travel designers work closely with the guest experience team. We all work just always hand in hand, and it's a beautiful journey, and it's family. It's not just a team, it's a family, and I'm going to talk about it a little bit later because it is very important to me that you actually meet the team and know a little bit about that, which also makes the titanium difference. Now, we are a unique luxury experience DMC for France, Spain, and Portugal. I love to say we're more than a DMC. We are your friend. The reason why I'm saying that is because I just love to establish relationships. When you work with us, you immediately feel the welcoming to the Titanium family. You feel everybody who works for Titanium just loves what we're doing. So it's not just, and we care. It's not just that you reach out to us and it's another client, never. It is very personalized, very customized, and it's always for you. Even when your clients are in the country, and I'm going to get back to that a little bit later because that is one of our main concierge services and things that we're proud of. But when we're in contact with your clients, they send pictures, we see those smiles, they send us text messages, which is to us honestly the biggest compliment that we can receive because that means they want to share the experience with us because they have such a good time. And that's why we're your friend in these destinations. And I said that we actually have a new destination, and I am so excited to share that starting 2024, we started to also offer our beautiful service in Switzerland. And so if you have any requests for this destination as well, fully lounge, fully operational, so please send it over. That being said, I am just jumping right into it. What is the Titanium Tours difference? It has a lot of different little features that actually make the difference. But I want to start actually with our pillars because these are very, very important to me. And I actually cannot stretch this fact enough. For us, it is the relationships and the quality. And the one thing cannot go without the other one. To us, relationships are everything. It is into the direction towards you, the travel advisors, but also the other direction of our suppliers. We handpick our suppliers. If it is a hotel, if it is a transfer company, if it is our tour guide, we select them. If somebody cannot deliver the quality that we expect to be titanium, we would not work with them. We have all our suppliers on speed dial. If it is the hotel manager, if it is the transfer company, and I can guarantee you because I am in all these chats and all these groups and I see what we do. And you will see these relationships bring us to those points that I'm going to present to you why there's a difference between just offering a service or actually a unique experience. Then this also guarantees the quality that we offer. I'm going to talk a little bit more in detail where you can see the quality as well. It's not just in the transfers, it is also in the tours that we offer, the experience that we create. It's just always this little quench more that we can offer due to the relationship, and with that we can offer the quality. That being said, I have a feeling that, or I'm very proud to say that we actually do redefine unique experiences. How do we do that? Let me tell you a few stories so you really get a good idea of what we are capable of doing. Now, on the left corner, you see the Palace of Bacaloa, which is a beautiful private residence. You can visit it because of the beautiful garden. You can visit it during the week. The weekends, anyhow, it is closed and it is for the family. Now, we had this really sweet elderly traveler who turned 75, and it was his biggest wish to actually celebrate his birthday with his wife in this beautiful garden. Nothing big, just a lunch with his wife, but it was the weekend. His birthday, his actual birthday was on a Sunday, and we talked to the owners, we talked to the catering company, and the owners initially said, no, it's not possible. It's a Sunday, it's our family time. Long story short, you know exactly where this is going. And the family agreed. And then we had the catering service they worked with and we worked with. And they said, we're completely fully booked. It's a Sunday. It's high season. There's absolutely no way that we can do it. They were suggesting actually to do it on a Saturday, and we said, no, Saturday it's not his birthday. It's Sunday. Sunday is his birthday, and it's a big birthday. It's 75 years. And you guessed it right. We made it happen. We had the catering company doing their magic, getting in a chef. We had a beautiful lunch set up at this Palace of Bacaloa in the beautiful garden that you see. And this client, with his 75 years, told us that it was one of the best experience he had in his life. And if you can say that with 75 years, where you have seen a lot of things, traveled the world, and this goes out to us, that is one of the biggest compliments you can receive. And we were all, I know that the team, we all had kind of tears in our eyes because it was, you feel so accomplished when you hear that and when you are able to actually do that. Now, the second picture, it's actually in Sintra at the palace, and we had set up a beautiful picnic, a private picnic for honeymooners, where the chef cooked in a cooking class with them, and then they had set it up there. They had no idea it was a beautiful setting in one of the palaces in Sintra that you can visit, and they had just a spectacular time. The beauty of it is they had this incredible experience of having the private cooking class and chef, and then not knowing that they later on had a picnic set up there was just amazing and truly made their day. We also have other experiences. I don't know if you've ever heard about the famous Harry Potter bookstore in Porto. Usually there is a line of 2 or 3 hours outside. We have a contact to get you in there and just on a private tour. So you have it all by yourself. You can walk around. Not only is it a famous Harry Potter bookstore, but it is also a beautiful bookstore, as you can see in the picture. This is one experience that people really enjoy a lot, but we also have, for example, in Versailles, you can visit the king's private apartment, very exclusive, very, very few people are actually able to do that. Of course, it comes with a price. Some of these experiences have a price, but the main part is actually that we also have the contact and we can provide this experience. Do you want to have the Louvre all by yourself, have a private tour, and look at the Mona Lisa just by yourself? We did that too. So this is amazing. Not just do we offer these experiences, of course, where it comes or where the money comes in, we also had experiences where we have a little family who does pottery, beautiful painted pottery, right? And they, it's not for public, it's just what they do, but it's such a beautiful experience to well, or it's a beautiful moment to experience this family during your stay, doing what they love, showing their culture and part of the culture, and bringing that close to your clients. And this is something that you can actually not buy with any money, because it's so special and so personal and so close to what travel should be about, right? Really living and experiencing the culture, and it's those small moments. Another beautiful thing that we had is also we had a sailing trip where you can actually meet the factory, and that was one of those where you say, okay, I have a friend of a friend who knows somebody who knows somebody. That were a few calls, but we made it happen. Now, the biggest part, and let's talk a little bit about you because you're also the biggest part for us, is we only sell through you, the travel advisors. We do not work with end clients. You will never have to worry about that. Our name will come up or we will reach out to them. If we reach out to them, we are always your extension. That is very, very important to us. We just believe in the spirit that you do what you do best and we do what we can do best, and you know your clients best. So we have no interest in later on working with them directly because we're just really, our main goal is to make you look like a rock star and to have your clients come back with you and have, you know, a long-term relationship with them and always happy clients. We strive to make you look like a star, and I think I found an email that just puts everything into together, just because we had one client, she was so happy with us, and I had to put it in here. And their clients just came back from their trip and they said, okay, we're so happy, it doesn't even matter what kind of destination your partners offer, but we just want to go with them. And that is, for us, that means everything. I think it nails it, and what is it's all about. And if it doesn't matter anymore where to go, as long as we can take care of it as Titanium Tours, that truly means a lot. Now, that being said, the Titanium way. How can we make you look like a rock star and really surpass all the expectations and what you have known so far? We start with, we pay 50% of your chosen commission upfront. That means once the client actually accepts the offer and the deposit is paid, that's when we already pay 50% of your commission. I say your chosen commission because we work with net rates, and you just tell us how much commission you want to earn or how much is the markup. We add it and then send you actually the offer as a gross offer. And the last portion of your commission is paid when the client actually returns from his trip. We also work closely with Access, so you have always beautifully designed itineraries. Access is a wonderful tool and it looks so pretty, but I do want to point out one additional thing here. And if you look on the right side of this itinerary and you see your guide, Ana Juarez, the trust our guides have with us to provide already their phone number and their picture in an itinerary means it says all that we very work closely together. And you will see for your clients that immediately this trip becomes very personal because it's not just a private tour guide. No, look, your guide Ana Juarez will pick you up. She will be your guide for that day in Figueres in Girona, and it just gives it a more personal touch, and I like that a lot. So these are our travel documents. This is the first offer, but what we also do is we send out our travel documents actually in a hardcover book. It is kind of like a coffee table book. The clients love it, and what I personally love about it is the little marketing tool that we played into it by having your logo up here, and we also have your contact details. The amount of new requests some of these agents have received by just sending it, or we send it to your clients in your name, and it is on the coffee table, and the neighbor comes or friends come around for a dinner party and they see it and they say, oh my God, what is this? Is this your trip to Europe, to Spain? And then they see the name and the logo on it, and it just makes a difference, right? So we sent these out. There is a little detail. It needs to be 13 pages. That's usually a good 4 to 5 day trip. That's not an obligation by us, but by the printing company, just because otherwise it would be too thin. So keep that in mind. And other than that, we always send it out. Another thing that we add for you to look stellar is our free VIP meet and greet service. in conjunction with the expedited passport and custom control service, which we offer at the major airports, which is Paris, Barcelona, Madrid, Lisbon. Now, if you have a booking that is $10,000 or more per couple, not per person, per couple, that is our gift to you, as we believe in the arrival sets the tone for the entire trip. And if we can guarantee that this is already a very nice and pleasant experience, then we did our job. If you don't have this minimum, then you can always add it, of course, right? Now, we only use the late Mercedes-Benz models. Remember that I talked about quality. We make sure that it's not a driver in shorts and flip-flops having a floppy piece of paper in his hand. No, our our chauffeurs and drivers still come well dressed in a late black Mercedes-Benz model, and you also get the chauffeur information 24 hours prior. That is something that we have experienced is not really happening a lot anymore, but it is important because immediately you know that Pedro is going to pick you up, and this is his phone number, which is makes it a difference other than if you have a general number or if you don't know your driver. You immediately know a little bit more and are much more relaxed, and it puts your mind on ease. Actually, that's all there is, and that's very important to us. We do have an on the ground 24/7 support, we called it, but it is actually hand holding because we do truly everything. That is what I meant earlier when I said you have a friend in town, because people start reaching out for all kind of help, and it's just beautiful to watch how much they trust us with that. We have our concierge service, which starts at 8 a.m. in the morning till 12 a.m. European time. After that, if you have a transfer at 4 a.m. in the morning and something is happening, you have the flight is canceled or you have a delay or whatsoever, we do have an emergency line. But from 8 a.m. till midnight, we have our guest experience or concierge service that is available for anything your clients need. And this is the support, and this is actually the extension of you, what I was talking about earlier, where we say, hi, I'm Laura, um, your contact person in Spain. Hi, I'm Pedro, your contact person in Portugal. So we will never say our name, and they will never have our phone number. The way we do it, we use a system where we send out text messages with an American number. So immediately people feel a little bit more comfortable reaching out to us. There's not this barrier of having a foreign number where you don't know what to dial, or if it's covered in your plan or whatsoever. Very, very easy. That's one of the main things that Titanium is very conscious about, to make it as easy as possible for you and for the clients. Now, this is how it looks, for example, and this is also the feedback that we received, where we got please thank Mercedes for a wonderful day. She did her dinner reservation, and that's just what we receive. Sometimes we have hair appointments. We got one time we had nails needed to be done, all things, and it's just beautiful how much they trust us with everything. Now, that being said, you also get your own dedicated Titanium Tours travel designer. I'm coming back to the relationship pillar, because we believe that when you started working, let's say with Patricia, you got to know each other, and it just makes the whole process easier and smooth for the next request that you might have. You can send it directly to her, and you already know her. She knows how you work, how she works. It just makes it easier and nicer. And there you have your friend again. One detail, which is actually not a detail, very big for us, we do not have a minimum. You do not need to have a full itinerary. You don't need to have hotels included or whatsoever. We're well aware that sometimes in these days with miles and points, people maybe already did their reservation, stay with friends, do something else, or with family. So we do not need a minimum. That being said, applies to money-wise, but also to the itinerary itself. You can send us as little and as much as you need us. With that, I mean, if you just need a transfer to a cruise, if you need a pre or post program, if you just need a private excursion, anything you need, please send it over. All right. Don't feel that you have to have minimum of 3, 4 services or the hotel stay with us. Absolutely not. You're good to go. The only thing you need to know is all our hotels start at 4-star and up. And all our tours are private tours. We do not do any pre-existing group tours, hop on, hop off. No, everything is private. If you have a small group or if you have a private group, that's perfect, but we will never mix your clients to an existing small group. All right. Here we go again, pre and post to complete itineraries, whatever it is you need, send it over. We have transfers, apartments, experiences, shore excursions. We do private day tours. We do soccer tickets, trains. We do private jets, private yachts, concierge. We do concert tickets, whatever you need. Chances are lower that we cannot do it than we can do it. I want to say, even I'm bold and say there's nothing we cannot do. It doesn't have to exist for us to not do it. There we go. But the best you can do for us is giving us a detailed and most personalized itinerary, because then we can get creative and really customize the offer to your client's needs and preferences. And with that, we would have a perfect itinerary, what he really, really wants to do. So don't be ashamed, don't be shy, send us as many details as possible. I'm going to give you a little example. One time I had a client and she really did some research and she was 100% sure she picked the perfect hotel for her clients. And then it turned out the clients were disappointed for one reason, because it was a couple that really enjoyed hotel bars, and the hotel had a really small bar, and it was in the perfect location. It was a gorgeous hotel, but they forgot to mention to her that they really like bars. Now she was telling me this, right? And now I could make sure that our travel designers make an effort and put everything in there, that it is a hotel with a nice bar. And there you go. And then you win your client, then you win the whole itinerary and the whole offer. Um, that being said, let's go to the next slide. How do we make all this possible? And this is probably my favorite part of this presentation, because I cannot be more proud of our team. We have our co-founder, who's Jesus. He's in the US at the East Coast. He's in New Jersey, and he has me West Coast, covering from the West. Well, I cover kind of everything, but covering the West Coast as a global sales executive. We do have our team, which is the travel design team and the concierge team, that are in our European office. They work European times. So while we're sleeping, they already work on your itinerary and on your quote. I understand that sometimes, of course, it is a little bit hard when you work from the West Coast and we have the 9 hours difference. But here's the thing, it just makes more sense to have our team in Europe, because they need to reach out to the hotels, to the suppliers, ask for availability, and have them actually as an on-ground team when your travelers are traveling, when your guests are traveling. So for us, it makes much more sense. I know that there is a huge time difference sometimes between Europe and the West Coast, but it is worth it. And I can guarantee you, these are real troopers. They work so fast with itineraries that very often you do not have to wait a long time. And I always say, waiting for something good is a good wait. So, and it's not even a wait. We're talking about 48 hours before you get something first. 48 to 72, depends if it is a high season. And here's my favorite slide. Now, we just went on, and I came back last week. We went on on a beautiful company outing. I went to Spain. Jesus was there to see the team, which has grown, by the way, since last year. When I started, we were 5 people. We are 19 now, which is amazing. Another thing why I say there's a quality, because Jesus acted really, really fast when he noted that the requests for Europe are just coming in like crazy, like a wave, and we didn't want to miss out, or we didn't want to compromise any of the quality, the response time, or anything. And we hired almost every month to guarantee that we're still providing a very quick turnaround time and a quality of the highest. Now, that being said, this team of 19 went to a canyon last week in Spain. Little did I know, I have to say, that it could be so green in Andalusia. I know Spain very, very well, but I did not know that due to so much rain that you have so many canyons which are lush and green. And these pictures really say a lot about the team, because we've got each other's back. It's not that everybody on the team is the most adventurous. It is not that it's not the most fittest or whatever it is, but we all did it. We all had fun, and we're still talking about that. And it kind of keeps me these pictures as a metaphor, where I'm saying no canyon is too deep, no water too high, or no rock too big to be climbed for anything that you need. So we do walk the extra mile, and we do it hand in hand as a team. And if somebody doesn't know the answer, the other person knows the answer. And this is truly the base of Titanium Tours. And I could not be prouder to be part of this amazing team. It's really like family. And I can guarantee you that you will feel that closes, that relationship, that friendship, that family feeling once you start working with us, because I truly feel it every day in everything we do together. And this company outing was just so beautiful. And I had to share it with you because I'm still actually smiling when I look those pictures. And it was not easy, as you can see. We had the water was freezing cold. I want to say in the 30s. We had to jump into the waters. We had to climb those rocks. It was an 8-hour hike. Like, by far, it was not easy, but we did it, and we made the best memories. And this is what we also want for your clients, to come home not just with a check bucket list, but with a luggage or with a suitcase full of memories and stories to tell that will never end. That is, to me, traveling. Now let's come back. Now, what is this titanium difference and premium upscale service? What does it actually cost? We get that question actually a lot. And as you can see, it is actually not too much, considering that everything is absolutely premium and high end. We range from a good $400 per person per day to approximately $1,000 per person per day, depending on the area, on the destination, and the travel time. But we start with $400. That includes hotel, transfers, the private excursion. So if you all calculate that and do the math, $400 per person, times 2 if it is a couple, then we have $800, and that for a week itinerary, that's really doable, and it's not too much considering that we have really premium quality here, right? Again, all our itineraries are in US dollars. The commission payment is in US dollars. You will never have any credit card fees if you pay with your client's credit card. We do not have any issues with conversion rate. Everything is as you see it in the offer. Now, coming back to the price range, as I said, it depends a little bit on the region, but as you see, Spain and Portugal still very accessible. And as you see, to explain the chart a little bit here, we have everything that is below 500 is 50% of all the requests. 30% are between $500 and $700, and the rest is between $700 and $1,000 or up, right? So the majority of the requests and the offers that we send are actually in this range between, well, let's say 500 and 700, with the majority being even lower. France is a whole different story. They're always a little bit higher, but it's France, I guess. So here we start between $600 and $800. But again, here we have 80% again that is within this range. Okay. We just love making people feel special. And so do we love to make you feel like a rock star, and you did a great job. And that is very, very important to us. And with that, I can tell you, you're going to look like a rock star if you go and trust us with your clients. And I will make sure that I will charge for all the trainings, for the commission payments. If you have any questions, I'm most likely the one who's also answering the phone. And with that being said, here is our contact detail. And that is me so much talking about titanium tours. I hope you have any questions.
Wow, that was
Joe,
wonderful. Yes, we do have quite a few
awesome.
questions. All right, so here we'll get started. What commissions are paid to the travel agent, and are you registered with TICO?
Okay, perfect. Very good question. The commission you choose. So we have usually the agents tell us, can you please add 15% to your offer? And then we send out the offer with these 15% included already as a gross rate. Now, if you feel like you differ sometimes, or it depends on the itinerary, just tell them it is your chosen commission that we add. And we are not set up with Tyco yet. No, not as
Okay,
preferred, or but it's easy. It's an easy process, and we have a lot of agents where we're not registered with or sign up with, but they can sign up with us. And the sign up process is very easy. You just send us an email with your first quote, and then you're already in our system.
perfect. Okay. I'm going to follow up with a question that comes kind of
Yeah.
along that same line, which is commission shown to the client with your net rates?
Is the commission, what was that? Is the commission
Shown to your
shown?
client with the net rates? In other
No,
words, will
it's
the client see the commission anywhere, I'm assuming, in the
never,
documentation?
never,
Okay.
never. We send the commission, the amount of the commission in the email. And that email your client will not see, because he gets the access itinerary. And with that, he gets the offer as a Word document where it says the final amount.
Okay. Let's see here. Will Titanium Tours have any representatives present at IMEX this October?
IMEX, no. We are not
Okay.
at IMEX. We are at several different ones, but IMEX not. We are in Cannes later on this year.
Okay. How far in advance can we get pricing for custom itineraries? For example, travelers going to Paris or Nice in 2025, maybe June. Would we be able to start working with your team and planning, or would we have to wait until 10 months or 11 months out? It's a good question.
It is a very, very good question, and we have received some requests. It really depends, and it doesn't depend on us, because we're more than happy to help you. But it is most likely on the contracts we have with the hotels, and these right now I see that they come in later and later a little bit. I would say give it a try. Always send it out. The most we can do, or the minimum we can do, is telling you we don't have rates yet. We're gonna put it on a reminder for, let's say, in 2 months, and then we go from there. But best case is send it over and we already have it. But that is something that our travel designers need to check on every case,
Okay.
because it depends on the hotels.
Okay. Are all of your tours private, or do you have small group tours?
All tours are private. No small groups tours unless it is your private small group tour.
Got it. Okay. Let's see. Somebody says they're planning a group departure in the fall, and they're wondering if it's too late for that to, or can we also see about next May? Is it too late to be doing that?
No, absolutely not. I see short notice requests, and like I said, the travel design team, those are miracle workers. Miracle. We had FITs within the next week sometimes. Not that it is the preferred thing because it is really stressful for you as well, but send it over. Send it over. And what I say when it is a short notice request, put in the travel month already in the subject line, and then we can see it immediately where we can kind of like prioritize it because it is maybe, if it's still March, for example, put it in there. Fall is still fine. Not sure about the availability, but send it over. For us, it's perfectly fine.
Okay, so it's worth giving it a try, definitely. Okay.
Always.
Let's see here. Are you members of the USTOA?
Of the I would have to check with Jesus, I have to say. Can I get back to you and send the answer to that to you, Joni?
Actually, you know what? You're going to get these questions when I send you
Oh,
the
perfect.
reporting. And this was someone by the name of Debbie that asked that question. So you'll see
All
them so
right.
you can respond to any that you didn't have a chance to answer
Perfect.
here. Okay. All
Oh,
right.
beautiful. Yes, 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 yes.
Okay. Let's see. We have so many good questions here. Somebody's asking if you wouldn't mind showing the all in all slides again.
The all in all. The all in all, which one's this one?
I'm not sure which one that was.
Oh, all in
No,
all.
that's it.
There we go.
That's it.
This one.
That's it. Okay, perfect. All right, you can just leave that for a second. I think we have a few people that are taking pictures of the slides,
All
and
right.
they might have missed that one. So okay,
Okay.
let's see.
And then there's another
After
one
that
as
one,
well.
when you're done with that all
And
in
you.
all, I need you to go back to the award screen because somebody wants a screenshot of that
Ah,
too. Okay.
all right, perfect, perfect. We're on this. Okay, so we had two slides here. If you need me to go back, send a message in the chat. But we had this with the transfers and the second one, soccer tickets.
Okay, perfect. All right.
And now we go all the way back to the awards. Hold on.
Yeah, perfect.
Here we go. Our beautiful
So
awards.
this is a good question. Can you tell us more about how you pay the commission, especially for those of us that might work as an independent contractor through a host agency? Is it difficult to work with net fares in that regard? I'm sure you have a lot of experience with that. So,
Oh, yeah, it's not a problem at all. If you prefer to work with net rates and then you edit, that's not a problem at all. You also just let us know. If you work with a host agency, and we do that a lot, it goes through the host agency because and
okay.
they provide us, and we're very likely we're already set up with them, and some of them even, and that's why I'm always a little bit hesitant about the 50% commission that we pay at time of deposit, because we do it, yes, but if the host agency doesn't do it, we also put in a note that for this particular host agency we pay at the end. For example, we have a few, not a lot, but some of them prefer to have just one payment, and we can do that. But the two payments are better because you deserve it. You deserve it right away. Not to have it like to wait 2 years for your commission to be paid, but right away,
Okay.
at least a portion.
How do we get a hold? Oh, no, let's see. Let me see. How do we sign up with to work with Titanium?
Just send an email to the travel at titanium tours email address. Whenever you have your first request, that's when you, oopsie, when you're already set up. Because then we have you in the system, and I would then reach out once it comes to a booking to ask for, well, your banking information or your host agency, and that's it. You don't have to sign up, you don't have to send us anything. It's really just send us your first request, then we have you in the system with your contact details, and when it comes to a booking, I will be in touch with you for the banking information.
Okay. What currency is used? USD, or can we use Canadian currency?
Canadian is also fine. USD is
Okay.
perfect. Canadian is also accepted.
All
And fine.
right. Let's see. I'm just scrolling through the ones. Some of them you'll want to take privately, so I just want to scroll through these. So bear with me one
Yeah,
second.
of course.
Do you arrange train and inter-European flights?
Yes. Yes, correct. Inter-European, yes. International, no. We can't do the flights from the US to Europe, but inter-European we do, and trains as well.
Okay. Do you have Formula One tickets?
Yep, we can do that.
Okay. All right, great.
Depending on availability, of course, but we can always we can always try.
And do you have blocked room for the Summer Olympics in Paris still?
No, I don't think so. I
Okay.
don't think so. If you send us an email, I don't have the updated list, but I know that when we get requests, then it's already tricky. But send it over. You
Okay,
know,
perfect.
the worst that can happen is a no.
Got it. All right. Let's see. Are you working with Expedia cruise ship centers in Canada? That would be
I
a
would
host
have to look that up.
agency.
Uh, no, I don't think so. Not set up as a preferred,
Okay.
but we might have some agents already. I would have to check, but I
Okay.
haven't seen them
You'll
listed in
see,
our
again, you'll
system.
see these so you can respond to
Okay,
that.
super.
Let's see. Are your quotes white labeled?
Oh, explain white labeled. I'm sorry if I have to ask this.
No, that's a good question. And maybe that's Elisa. Can you kind of give a little more clarification in the chat for me and I can and read that too? Okay.
Yeah.
Are you insured with anybody?
Oh, got it. So you mean not travel insurance, but when something happens?
No, no, no. That's the second one. That's another question.
Okay. Oh, oh,
Oh, I know what
well,
she's saying. Okay, she's saying does she use her logo, not Titanium's logo?
oh, yes, 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 yes. As you
Okay.
saw in the book, it is always your logo. They never have our contact details or our logo or no, our name.
Okay, perfect. I think the other question that someone's asking is who are you insured with? Meaning, does Titanium work with an insurance
Oh,
company that you
no,
have?
no, we don't. No, we don't work with an insurance company that you can use. Of course, we are insured as a company if
Okay, perfect.
that's something
Uh,
else.
okay, somebody says they love that you're now offering Switzerland. How
Yes.
is how is Switzerland pricing per person? Is it per person or per day?
It is per person per day, first of all,
Okay,
the sheet that I had, and I would put it because it is Switzerland into the France category.
okay, perfect. All right. So there have been a
France
couple other questions
situation.
that I think you can take separately, but I
Okay.
do want to mention a couple things. Let's see. There for those of you that have asked more specific questions, again, Katrina is going to see those, and she can, respond to those accordingly. And all of your emails she will have as well when she gets this. So not to worry about sending me the emails or anything here, because she'll have everything that she needs. The other thing that I wanted to just share first before we do the prizes is I had a bunch of these people, Katrina, have been coming in and saying what a beautiful presentation you have. But
Oh,
this particular one I like the most. So I got to read this because I think everybody would appreciate this today. So she says, thank you for the transparency, for your transparency. Your passion for your team and what you do comes through loud and clear in your presentation. And I feel confident that you would provide our mutual clients with care and pristine service. Man, if that's not a good quote, I don't
wow.
know what it is. Valencia, that was
Thank
beautiful. I
you.
love that.
Thank,
Oh, that just made my
oh,
day. That was awesome. Okay.
thank you so much for
Yeah, that was
sharing
really
this. Oh my goodness.
very cool. Yeah. I mean, it's true. You are. You're just bubbling over with enthusiasm about your company. And how can anybody not get excited about wanting to work with you guys? I don't know. It's like, whoa, it's awesome. Okay, so
Thank you so
we're going
much.
to do the prize now. We have a $50 Amazon gift card. And the way this is going to work is I'm going to take the 10th and 10, the 10th correct answer. You will put those answers in the chat area that you see there. You see, or you can actually just use the questions area where you already are. You all know where that is. Just put it in the questions area. That's fine. Okay, so I'm going to ask the question and I'm going to give the answer. So be ready and keyboard fast because we're going to take the 10th person. Okay. All right. And Neil Miller says, woohoo, good job, Neil. All right. So here we go. Ready, set, here goes the question. What is the newest destination that we just launched? All righty, we have a winner. It is Mark Sousa. Mark, congratulations. You have won a $50 Amazon gift card, and we will be sending that off to you. And that is courtesy of Travel Professional News and on behalf of Titanium Tours. So we will send that off to you via email. So be watching for that. That'll probably come from likely my email, which is joniog@travelprofessionalnews.com. Just be watching for it. If you have any questions, just reach out to me. So congratulations to you, Mark. Wonderful presentation. I absolutely loved it. It's been an amazing, amazing time with you today. Thank you, Katharina.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having us and for listening. And wow, thank you for this feedback. I really can't wait to receive all your emails.
I think you need to show this Jesus and ask him for a raise.
he is he is the best. He is so generous.
He is.
So
I know.
he's
He's the nicest guy
truly
ever, but I'm
he
just giving him
is. He is. Oh, I'm always happy when I see him and when we work together. It's amazing.
yeah, he's a great guy. All right. Well, thank you again, everybody, for taking the time out of your day. Wonderful, wonderful comments and questions. You were also very engaged. I hope everybody has a great rest of your week, and we will see you on the next webinar. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Hi.